Hello everybody, my name is Alan, I'm from Sauber-Lab and today will be another video about RetroPie. In this video I will show how you can convert this RetroPie in a RetroPie, or at least allow you to play old games. And with this one plus this one, old control that's connected by USB, you can basically play any kind of game that you want. Of course, the old ones. And you're gonna ask, Alan, this RetroPie seems a little bit old. And you say, yes, this RetroPie, it's a revision 3B. So definitely it's a little bit old, but for our application for RetroPie, work quite well. Only thing that you need to take care is the heatsink, because they will warm up a little bit. But if you control the temperature, will not have any problem. Most of the games that I play for a couple of hours didn't have any problem with those. Unless you wanted to play some really specific games, then potentially you can run with some issues. Other thing, in this video I'm gonna show how you can flush this SD card with the RetroPie and configure the Wi-Fi and transmit some games. I will not post the games that I'm transmit because you need to find yourself online. If I put it, I will be giving the games and it's not correctly, but you can find easily online. So if you like this idea and want to learn a little bit more about it, we're gonna show in this video. But first of all, don't forget to leave a like, consider to subscribe for the channel, and let's understand a little bit more about it. Before I get out my SD card from my Raspberry Pi, put in my computer and start to flash it, we need to understand some basic information. First thing, you don't need to only use the HMI for this Raspberry Pi. Other options that you have those small screens. This screen is touch screen, 7-inch, that you can run any way that you want and work quite well. Other thing, you can put a Raspberry Pi here and still space that you can put some extra battery. Why I say some extra battery? Because you don't need to power all time for USB. You can power for any 5 volts battery. But in my case, I have a small power pack, in a qual I can use it to power my Raspberry Pi. So if I connect it in my screen, in a couple of seconds they will start it, and that will start my RetroPie, and that I can play in the car or I can play anywhere that I want, and those power banks will last for a long time. But let's return for our configuration for my RetroPie. So now, yes, I get out my SD card and put in my computer. Once that I put my computer, I can open my Raspberry Pi app and come here for operating system. And now I select for emulate and game OS and I put RetroPie. Now I select what kind of Raspberry Pi that I'm using. I can use the Raspberry Pi 0, 2 and 3 or a Raspberry Pi 4. In my case, I'm using the Raspberry Pi 3B, so this one is the option that I want to go. I select the storage that I want, I select it and put write. They ask, you are sure that you're gonna write? I say yes, because I know what is right there. So in this meantime, they will start to flush my system, and that will have the Raspberry Pi. Only problem that's only with the RetroPie, you don't have games. And other thing, you need to download the games, but it's really easy to download. I think that the main one is how you connect to the internet. Remember, those ones that it's already pre-configured, you don't need to configure it SMB. It's already open the passwords. Of course, you need to change the password, you need to change a lot of things, but if you're running your network, sometimes you don't need to worry, because you're not going to run some data here. You're only going to run games. Other thing, I suggest you to configure the Wi-Fi. This reason that I'm gonna configure it in this video, because with Wi-Fi you can bring anywhere that you want. You can go in the living room, you can go in the room, and that you still be able to put some games, you still be able to manipulate the way that you want. If you use only the internet cable, maybe you need to get some cable, extra cable, or you need to go close for a computer, plug the internet only to play these games or only to download it. What sometimes is not so interesting, considering that should be mobile, and either with those small ones you can play anywhere that you want in your house, and you don't want to have 100% of the games here because you need to have a big SD card, and you wanted to be able to transmit the games in the time that you want. So let's wait to finish our writing. Once that this one finish, we can put our SD, we can connect this Raspberry Pi to my capture card that I'm trying today first time, and that if everything work, we can start to put some games. But let's start from the base. Let's wait it to finish. Okay, we just finished to flash the SD card. Now we can put continue and remove the SD card for our computer and put in our Raspberry Pi. So let's put here. Let's connect my HDMI and let's connect the power. So now they will start to process everything. In my camera, they will resize the file system and that they will start to set up everything. So in this stage, they will do the first configuration or first setup, what will take a little bit longer the next one. So let's wait. In the same time, let's get my small control and connect to my Raspberry Pi because we're gonna need to configure it. So let's do it. Once that appears this page, it means that it's almost there. So let's wait till they finish the first configuration and then we can start to configure Wi-Fi and put some games. Perfectly, in this time, once appears this one, we can start to do our configuration. So what we can do, because I have only one gamepad, I can start it, I can press any button for a few seconds and that's they will appear. Now I need to configure what each button will make or what they will actionate. So I will put up, down, left, right, select, A, B, X, Y, left and right. And now my keyboard or my gamepad don't have any other button. So I only need to hold it and wait, hold it and wait, hold it and wait, hold it, and you understand the idea. Until I finish all the buttons. If perhaps you have another type of control that have all those buttons, great for you, you can have a possibility to play more games or to do more things, but in our case we don't have, so we need to only jump out for all those. And now you can press OK, and they say, you are sure that configured everything? I say yes. And now they will come with the first configuration. Because I'm using HDMI, they will ask what kind of HDMI that you want to do, and if you want to transmit the audio through the HDMI or you want to transmit the audio for any jack or any mixers. In my case, I don't have any USB or any jack connected for it, so it will be for HDMI. I'll put OK and I set up it. Now you have two ways to configure the Wi-Fi. First one, you can go directly in the Wi-Fi option. That is really easy. Other option, I can go directly for the Wi-Fi using my mouse pad. And now it's the time that we need to use our keyboard. So let me put this keyboard aside and I use my main keyboard and I connect my keyboard to my Raspberry Pi. Now basically I'm using the same way that you're gonna configure it. You don't need to go for Raspberry Pi config directly for this. Anytime you can put F4 and that you can go for the main options. But let's come here, system. Here's the option for Wi-Fi, so I can configure my Wi-Fi. Here's the place that I'm living, so I can locate it. Let's go to UK. So I'm living UK, so Great Britain, GB, and put enter. They say that they set up the Wi-Fi for this country. I will put OK, and now it's the time that I will put the seed, or it means that the name of the Wi-Fi that I'm using. So the name of Wi-Fi that I'm using is home 13, and put enter. And now is the password. Now configure my Wi-Fi, so I can come here and finish, and they will ask me to reboot. So once that they reboot, I will have access for my Wi-Fi and that I can do the next stage of configuration. So let's wait it to finish. So now let's see if I have Wi-Fi or connection Wi-Fi. So I come here and put F4, and now I should appear my IP address here. So anytime you can press F4 and that you can have access for the main options for Raspberry Pi. In this case, you can put app install, you can configure your Samba, create new users, you can do everything that you want the same way that you're gonna do in your Linux-based system, but you have the Raspberry Pi or RetroPie in the top of it. So now let's go for our computer again. Let's put this keyboard for a side. And then we can start to look if you can access the network. To do it, let's open here and let's put // RetroPie, and then you should be able to access it. Other option, if I can minimize it, you can use that same IP address that appeared there, 10.0.53.211. So now here I have my BIOS, I don't need to configure it. Here my configuration, I don't need to configure it, but here what we're gonna do. So what I want to do, I want to put some games in this one. To put some games is really easy. I can only download the games online and that I can copy it. In my case, I will download some Mario or Super Mario World. So in my case, I will come here, I will go for SNES, that is Super Nintendo, and I will pass some Super Mario game. Now I have some Super Mario game here, I can try to see if I can play it. So let's minimize this one with my screen, and let's put exit, and now they will restart my emulation, and then we're gonna see what we can have. Now they appear done, and they already appear the Super Nintendo. So I can come here my Super Nintendo and press A to select it, and here I have all my games. So if I go to Super Mario World, I can put OK. And because it's the first time that I'm playing it, they will have error for configuration. They will appear this page. Launch Super Mario, press configuration, error to log. Because we never played this game before, this reason that will appear it. We're gonna only wait, and now I should have my Super Mario working. In this way, I can play any game the same way that I want with 1 or 2 players, and that you can play any retro game in the same way. Not necessarily that you need to have those, not necessarily that you need to have the latest Raspberry Pi, either Raspberry Pi 3 work well. So guys, I hope that you like this video. It's really simple, but in the first time that I configured it, I didn't know how to download the games and how to input in my system. This reason that I decided to make this video to make it easy for everyone. So if you like this video and think that was interesting, please don't forget to leave your like, consider to subscribe for the channel, and see you next time.